Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a lawsuit that was filed in the final days of December 2023 by the New York Times against OpenAI and Microsoft. I will briefly explain the complaint filed by the New York Times and end with the main legal points to be addressed in this lawsuit. I will use the language and structure as shown in the claim. The New York Times lawsuit is mainly related to copyright infringement. However, there is also a small portion related to unfair competition. So, bear with me as I explain the complaint. The Times first asserts the importance of the press, stating that the Times for over 170 years has given the world deeply reported, expert, independent journalism. Times journalists go where the story is, often at great risk and cost, to inform the public about important and pressing issues. The Times emphasizes the worth of its reputation, stating that its journalism provides a service that has grown valuable to the public by supplying trustworthy information, news analysis, and commentary. That it gets right to the problem. Defendants' unlawful use of the Times' work to create artificial intelligence products that compete with it threatens the Times' ability to provide that service. Defendants' generative artificial intelligence tools rely on large language models that were built by copying and using millions of the Times' copyrighted news articles, investigations, opinion pieces, and more. The New York Times continues, and I quote, "While defendants engaged in wide-scale copying from many sources, they gave Times content particular emphasis when building their models, revealing a preference that recognizes the value of those works." Through Microsoft's Bing Chat and OpenAI ChatGPT, defendants seek to free-ride on the Times' massive investment in its journalism by using it to build substitutive products without permission or payment. The key words here are free ride. The Times alleges that the development of AI has been created largely by learning from their content. The Times then asserts that the Constitution and the Copyright Act recognize the critical importance of giving creators exclusive rights over their works. The Times' expressive, original journalism, including but not limited to its millions of articles that have registered copyrights. They also state that defendants have refused to recognize this protection. By containing copies of Times content, defendants' GenAI tools can generate output that recites Times content verbatim, closely summarizes it, and mimics its expressive style, as demonstrated by scores of examples. Finally, they allege that by providing Times content without the Times' permission or authorization, defendants' tools undermine and damage the Times' relationship with its readers and deprive it of subscription, licensing, advertising, and affiliate revenue. The Times claims that using the valuable intellectual property of others in these ways without paying for it has been extremely lucrative for defendants. OpenAI's release of ChatGPT has driven its valuation to as high as $90 billion. For months, the Times has attempted to reach a negotiated agreement with defendants, but these negotiations have not led to a resolution. Okay, so the claim is about three elements. First, artificial intelligence has used many sources to learn. One of these sources is, of course, the New York Times, because of its large library of content for 170 years. So the question in this regard is if this conduct is illegal. Second, artificial intelligence on several occasions quotes New York Times articles word by word, and sometimes even it is taken out of context. So the second legal question is if this word-by-word computer-made reproduction is illegal under copyright law. The answer to these questions probably lies in the concept of fair use. Fair use means that using content protected by copyright is legal if it is transformational. So, does artificial intelligence transform the content? And if so, does it matter if the content is transformed by a machine or a human being? Also, bear in mind the reality of today's artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT. Its learning process has occurred over learning tons of content that is protected by copyright. So, would they need to pay a license to every source used for learning? If yes, that would probably kill ChatGPT. So, the real implications of this lawsuit are unimaginable. Before ending this video, I do want to make a point about how the New York Times is perceiving ChatGPT as an actual competitor for content, driving potential viewers away. Even though the reputation of the New York Times is certainly quite high, well, the reputation of ChatGPT is debatable, something to think about. The New York Times is seeking to hold the defendants responsible for billions of dollars in statutory and actual damages that they would owe for the unlawful copying and use of the Times' uniquely valuable works. As usual, I leave you with more questions than answers. I will keep you updated regarding this case. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this content and subscribe to my channel for more trial stories.